everyone, Tony D with another Hollywoke hot take. This time we're talking about how they are listing movies on movie services. This is a service called Sky, and I've never heard of it. I think it might be in the UK, but each of the movies has a trigger warning, or most of them do, if it took place in the past. And the trigger warning is something like, this movie has outdated language and cultural concepts or whatever. They have to protect you ideologically because your brain is so soft. I mean, you might go crazy if you see Aladdin, right? I mean, remember how wild the movie Aladdin was? You know, when you saw it as a kid, that Disney cartoon, oh my God. Remember how you rioted in the streets because Aladdin showed, I don't know what it showed. That was so bad. It's just a freaking cartoon. But apparently the warnings on Aladdin and the live action Will Smith version, that should be the trigger warning. Warning, this isn't Robin Williams. It's probably going to suck. I mean, that trigger warning would be a good warning for a movie. How much further is this going to go? I mean, how much further? They're destroying Lego. I mean, well, Lego's really destroying itself. It's ending things like the cop play set and the fireman play set. And, you know, I guess we can expect the Antifa Lego set soon. Oh, we could riot? We can have a little riot and knock down the little Lego buildings and not rebuild them because that's racist. And maybe they'll take out, Lego should take out all the white pieces, you know, because, yeah. I mean, how much further can they drive this? I saw a video of guys in Philly, South Philly, of course. They've got baseball bats, and they're protecting the cops as the Black Lives Matter protesters march. They've got baseball bats, and they offered to take anybody to the side, one-on-one, and fight them. I don't know if I agree with those tactics, but, you know, that's South Philly for you. You're not going to F around there. People are getting sick of this. You have awakened a dragon. And the dragon is people who don't normally care about this stuff. They don't normally care about politics. They're pissed off. You know, kids don't really vote in any kind of numbers. No, I don't mean kids. I mean, like, you know, people 18 to 25 range, they don't really vote. You know, the Bernie Bros, they didn't really vote. These older guys who are pissed off in South Philly, they don't really vote either. Some of them do, I'm sure, but a lot of them don't. They're voting this time. And I'll give you no guesses of who they're going to vote for, because I think you already know. You know, you've awakened a dragon. And the dragon is not happy that you're tearing down statues and attacking police and causing all this mayhem. And again, Antifa, BLM, Democrats, you don't want to separate yourselves? Okay. You want to go down in the ship together? The rest of us are fine with that. We're quite frankly sick of all three of you. You know, I've warned the Black Lives Matter protesters, and yes, there have been plenty of peaceful protests, but you can't adopt the name Black Lives Matter and allow people to just take up the name and riot, which they're doing out west and in other places, okay? You can't do that. You have to have a spokesman come out and say, we are not rioters, we believe in peaceful protest, blah, blah, blah. But you don't. You have people who claim to represent you out there saying every day, you know, by any means necessary, no justice, no peace. That in and of itself is a threat. So, you can keep it up. I mean, you're just giving Trump more and more support. You know, and all the celebrities in the world aren't going to help you because people don't vote based on what celebrities do. Most people. The kind of people who would be influenced by that are very young. And again, they don't vote. Young people don't vote. They're not going to vote. They're not going to go to the polls. They can't be bothered to fill out a piece of paper, even if you have a mail-in ballot. I know, Democrats, you're begging these people to vote. They're not going to do it. Remember when we had that rock the vote thing and, people on MTV saying vote, vote, vote? Did it make a difference? A few percentage points, maybe, but not enough significantly across the United States. We have 330 million people, 350 million people across the United States, and only about half of them vote. Less than half, I think. What was it, 140 million? I think about 140, 150 million people vote. Yeah, so probably less than half. I mean, if you take out the kids, maybe it's slightly more than half. If you take out people who are ineligible to vote. So you've got millions and millions of people. They just don't vote because they just don't care. But now you're forcing people to care. You're forcing people to care who would otherwise stay at home and let another one go past. Those people, the vast majority of them, are going to vote Trump. You're pissing them off. They want police. What they want is a quiet neighborhood where they can do whatever they want. If you get rid of the police, they realize, well, wait a minute. Is my neighborhood going to turn into the Chaz, which is currently dealing with rapes and shootings and all sorts of horrible things? That's what people are thinking. And the more and more this goes on, the more and more you keep tearing down statues and doing all this stuff, you are intimidating the locals in the immediate, but in the long term, you're not intimidating anybody. Because the vast majority of people are sitting at home and they catch glimpses of this on the internet or on TV and they go, ooh, I don't like that. That's not good. A lot of times at work, I'm hearing just regular people talk about this stuff. People who strike me as not very political people. They're not people who I discuss this stuff all the time. These people are not super political. They're not super up on things. You're not winning them over. You're not with this constant censoring of the culture. I mean, people want comedy, and you can't get comedy anymore. I said the other day, don't you know comedy's illegal? Making a joke. Everybody went, yeah. I mean, they obviously didn't think comedy was illegal, but they were they understood the sentiment. That everybody on Twitter is so friggin' sensitive. Oh, and you mentioned Twitter, and people just go nuts. That effing place. Jack Dorsey. Oh, you have unleashed a pure hell upon the world, and you should shut it down. But I think it's going to die on its own. I don't know how Twitter's worth money. I don't know why anybody would buy stock in it. I don't know why anybody would use Twitter other than promote. I mean, that's what I do. I promote on Twitter all day. Once in a while I post something political, but for the most part, that's about promoting Wokistan. Wokistan, a novel, by the way, available, ebook, trade paperback, Kindle, unlimited is free. Also available, The Pineys, books 1, 2, 3, and 4, available at Amazon.com. If you want to support the channel, please check out one of my books and purchase them. Hardcover or, well, not hardcover, paper, or download the ebook, the audiobook. I'm praying this time it will be approved by Amazon. It's like a slightly different company. It's I guess they have a different division for it. So I'm hoping this time it'll be approved. I had to go back through and fix the files and bump up the audio. I do all the voices, so the various characters have voices. So it should be a lot of fun to just listen to the book, even if you've read it. And, you can listen to it in your car. I mean, you got to be careful where you listen to a book like that because there's some language in it. And obviously we're talking about some hot button issues. But should be a fun book. Should be a fun book to listen to. All right, that's it. That's it for the Hollywoke hot take. Oh, and look for Hollywoke coming very soon, I hope.